Hello, everyone. My name is Jessie Dunn. I am conducting a community assessment on this small town community of Delhi, Louisiana. Introduction of Delhi, Louisiana. This community assessment of my local community was conducted using research from census.gov, Town of Delhi, Community as a Partner, and Wikipedia. We are located in Richland Parish, which is in the very far northeast corner of Louisiana. We are known for our history, a family community, and also a farming community. Our community core. Our history, we were founded in 1980 and originally called Deerfield, which we are no longer called. However, we do have a local nursing rehab facility that is called Deerfield Nursing and Rehab. So that does still remain in our community, that name. In the 1940s, we were the center of a major natural gas boom, which there are still multiple gas areas still in operation. In 1971, we are known for the only F5 tornado that has ever been written in Louisiana history happened here in our community. We are also known as the birthplace of country singer Tim McGraw, whom I love. We are also home to Francis C. Thompson, a senior member of the Louisiana House of Representatives. You will see in the top right corner is an older building that used to be Maxwell's Hardware and Lumber. That building is no longer in use for a hardware and lumber facility. That has actually moved, but is still in operation. That building now is just someone's home. Now, do we go to beliefs? We have a lot of Baptist, one Apostolic, one Catholic, and two Church of Gods. But the majority of the religion in this area is Baptist. Then we move on to race and ethnics. We are majority African American or Black. Then we have whites as our second. And then we have several other smaller groups with Hispanic or Latino. And then we have multiple other mixed groups. Hispanic and Latino do make up the third most common type you will see here. The four subsystems that I chose for this rural community are Parks and Recreation, Health, Education, and Safety. Top right, Parks and Recreation. We have a local small community park that has playgrounds and a picnic type area to the side. Then we have Poverty Point. Poverty Point is a local landmark community that is more than 3,400 years old. It was home to Native Americans. There's still mounds people find, airheads, and different Native American artifacts all around this area. It does have a lake on it that is man-made, as the other one was very small back 3,400 years ago. They increased the size of it and stocked it full of wonderful fish, and there's lots of wildlife around there. So a lot of people have built homes around this. And then there have small cabins that you can rent during the summer that are on the lake, so you can fish with your family, or people from visiting that are visiting can have that time with their families and to be out in nature. Then we move to safety. We have a police office, a fire station, which are actually combined into one building, an ambulance station that looks more like an older rundown house, And then we have hospital transportation. This is a local thing that the facility of this rural hospital provides. Patients can call for their appointments at our facility ahead of time and set up transportation. All they would have to do is contact their local primary care provider and let them know that they are needing help getting transportation to that appointment with their PCP. They will go up to 30 miles, pick up a patient, bring them to the hospital or the clinics there for their appointment, and then take them back home. Then we move on to health. We have a community health clinic, which is federally run, that contains 2 primary care doctors along with 3 family nurse practitioners, all working together to provide basic family medicine. They do have a kid med clinic that services children that are in need of their wellness visits, vision, hearing exams, and also immunizations. Then we have a rural health clinic, which is attached physically to the hospital. It has 3 primary care doctors, all of which are in advanced age and preparing to retire. And then there is also 3 family nurse practitioners there, as well as diabetic foot care. We do have a pulmonologist and a gastroenterologist that come every other week. There is also a mental health clinic that is attached with the hospital, and then a dental clinic, which is also right across the road. So you move on to education. We have 4 schools technically. Delhi Elementary School, which provides grades pre-K through 4. Then they would move up to the middle school, grades 5 through 8. And then you move on to grade school or high school, grades 9 through 12. This is all a public school that is located in the more poverty-stricken part of town. Then we have the Delhi Charter School, which is a charter school but is not private school. They do K through 12 and are very well known for helping these children in their school advance through needs for college. Perceptions of this small rural community. People have said it's a charming historic town. As you can see, there's a photo in the middle. All of these buildings are still standing. They now have a Fox's Pizza in one of them. Another one is a studio house on the far left. The other one is a workwear shop. And then you have a barber's in the far right one currently. We are known for small town values and rural community and family. This community has a median age of 41 and a half years old. The photo on the far right is actually a picture of Poverty Point's lake that we have. Then you go to the actual town. Delhi is definitely a poverty-stricken town or community. Delhi is in the 30.8 percentile range of poverty versus the entire state of Louisiana only being 18.9% poverty rate. There's a lot of seasonal work, but then you get outside that season and no one has a job. Delhi has 2 dollar stores, 2 pharmacies, and 1 grocery store. After all my research and everything that I have done about this local town and community, we are at high incidence for uncontrolled chronic illnesses and diseases, such as high blood pressure, obesity in adolescents and adults. This is related to the poverty level, as this community of Delhi is at 30.8% of the poverty level versus the state, which is only at 18%. Lack of healthcare access due to distance and transportation. Yes, the local facility has a hospital available, but that transportation for that clinic only goes 30 miles. They do not also carry you to further appointments versus specialty appointments, which mean the closest place for those is an hour away. They have limited access to food. The only grocery store we have is one. And the lack of health knowledge. This knowledge is not being taught to people. These children are coming up not knowing what healthy diet is because they don't have the access currently to a healthy food option. And adults were never taught. Then you have the healthy people objective, most likely to help this small rural community is economic stability. Steady work to provide for their families and the opportunities. There is no opportunities for children currently or teenagers or even adults. Here's the reference list that I used for this community assessment. All of these are listed. You can read them yourselves. And I want to thank you for listening to this community assessment of my local small town of Delhi. Thank you.